What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VWJawbreaker. Welcome back to another video where today we're working on Lulu, the 1976 Westphalia bus that is mostly in the garage. I mean, I do have a very, very small two-car garage. I don't think you guys understand how small this garage is with so much stuff in it. But regardless, I moved the 60 outside, got Lulu inside. It's time to get some work done to her. Today, we need to make an upgrade that, let's just say we're getting spoiled with all this technology. So let's just dive right into it. So you're probably asking yourself, Gary, why are you not fixing the rust? Well, it's because she's a running driving project and that can kind of wait. I mean, it's wintertime right now in Florida. And today I'm in pants and a shirt. Tomorrow is going to be storming. And then Monday it's going to be freezing again. So it's not hot is my point. So this is the time of year where all the shows down here really ramp up. From about November to April, May is when the show season here is phenomenal. Do I care about shows? Absolutely not. It's getting out camping, hanging out with your friends, and enjoying the camaraderie with people in the community. That's what I like. I don't really give a crap about shows and placing and all that stuff. I don't care about that. So it's a running driving project, so we're gonna be using it. Once things start slowing down and things start heating up is when we'll start all the metal work. It makes sense, even though it doesn't. So again, like I said, you know, we get very spoiled driving these modern vehicles. And you know, the Durango's got this nice pretty screen, my work van's got this humongous screen on it. And then here we are driving around in a bus and we're trying to, you know, utilize our phone. And technically, messing around with maps and all that stuff on your phone, you get pulled over for being on your phone. So that's where this comes in. So this is the X10 7-inch model all-in-one infotainment system by Atoto. It's an Android 13 with 8 GB plus 128 GB octa-core processor, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, built-in 4G LTE with a SIM card, built-in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth tethering, dual phone connection via Bluetooth, inputs for dash cams and backup cams, AI voice assistant by ChatGPT, GPS tracking with real-time updates, dual noise canceling headphones, HDMI inputs for external devices, plus a 36-band built-in EQ with 4x49 watt amplifier and many other inputs and outputs for your audio needs. This thing is absolutely sweet and I cannot wait to get this thing installed in the bus. That's an absolute mouthful, and I did a few things off camera. Let me show you what I did. These also come with the mounting brackets that you would screw to the side here, and then it comes out, 90s out, and it fixes into your vehicle. I cut out this metal ring trim plate out of some 1/8 inch metal, and then actually just cut and welded those right to it, and this right here is going to be able to get us to mount into the bus. And you're probably thinking, how in the world is that radio going to fit in an old Volkswagen bus, or any classic vehicle for that matter? Every application is different. Anytime you're putting a custom radio into an old vehicle, you're going to have to do some modifications. It's not a just bolt-in application. But we got kind of lucky. Let me show you why. So if we come into the bus here, one of the previous owners actually hacked the dash and left it huge. So the previous owner put this metal plate over it, put a little spot here so you can actually run like a GPS here on the dash. What I've been doing when I drive is kind of just setting my phone right there on the dash, leaning up against the windshield, and it works okay. But we got a hole there. So honestly, just pull these screws out, and we have an oversized hole in the dash. They hacked the daylights out of this. It is actually way too wide for any normal stereo. I don't know what they did. All we need to do is just bring it down just a little bit, zip it across, and we can stuff in that radio. Now I know what you're saying. You're like, dude, why in the world are you gonna hack up the dash on this nice bus? A, because it's my bus. B, the dash is already hacked to crap, so why not make it work for us? So, let's get crack-a-lack in here and get this done. Cut once, cry once, measure twice, cut once, cut 4 times, measure, guesstimate? I don't know, we're gonna get at it. Again, this installation may not be for everybody. This is an old vehicle. Do with it as you will. I mean, my dash was already hacked up. What's a little bit more? And then I got some modern comforts in this thing. So with that being said, radio's mounted, so now we need to wire it up. This thing couldn't even be any simpler. Your wiring diagram's right on top. Everything's in the manual. You can look it up online. Plus your pigtail is also pre-labeled. Every wire on here is pre-labeled. So you've got all your high power outputs out of this one. You've got your power, your remote for your amplifiers. You've got steering wheel controls. You've got basically everything right here in this one harness. Now, of course, you do still have some USB outputs for external storage, charging phones, things of that nature. You've got your SIM card adapter here. That way you can get the 4G LTE if you want. Got all your low power outputs. Got your GPS antenna, all that jazz. For starters, all we're gonna do is just hook up ground, constant 12 volts, and ignition 12 volts. I don't even have speakers in this thing yet. That's a ways down the road. We got a lot of other work to do first. But down the road, mark my words, we're gonna have some tunes in this thing, thanks to this baby. All right, let's get to wiring. There we go. We've got the harness in. We've got our constant 12 volts, our ground, and our ignition 12 volts. Went ahead and took out the cigarette lighter that didn't work and went ahead and put in a USB charger right there, because why not? And I've got that tied into here as well, so it's on my switched ignition. Now, there's a few things we need to plug into here before we get ready to go ahead and install the stereo. One of those being a USB port here for external recording, storage, things of that nature, but this also allows you to charge your phone and hook your phone up to the infotainment center. And then this right here is your GPS antenna, 4G antenna, Wi-Fi antenna, kind of all that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this plugged in. That way, you know, if we decide to do some upgrades or something down the road, it's already plugged in and I don't have to uninstall everything to install this. I know, it's only 4 screws. How many of you guys are still mad I cut the dash? All right, let's get this done. Now the nice thing too about these plugs is really there's only one slot for each of these. Plug it in. Same with this one here. It's really only one way and one slot it fits. That's it. Now all we got to do is plug in, slide everything through the dash, plug in our power adapter there, and it's already got a built-in fuse online, so we should be good. Now all we got to do is feed this all through the hole. Let's see. I think I want everything to go out this side. Bam. Bam. Yeah, good enough. Gonna plug this in. Heard it click. Slide it down. Put our screws in. Could at least got my handprints off of it first. Look at that. Got your CarPlay. Pretty cool. You got your power button. You go to your main home screen there. We can go ahead and set our time and all that. Of course, you can fully customize all the widgets, all the different icons, because you've got basically the entire Play Store there. Yeah, Spotify, YouTube. Want to watch YouTube on this thing? No problem. TPMS sensors? No problem. You got your rear camera. You could actually pull that right up and pull up your rear facing camera if you wanted to while you were driving. Lots and lots of different options. You got your front facing cam there. You got your equalizer. This thing is crazy how many presets this thing has. Not to mention you can make phone calls, the whole 9 yards. This thing is insane. I have no idea where that time came from. Huh. That's pretty slick. Alright, so this right here is pretty cool. We can actually remove different widgets and stuff. Go over here into your widgets. It's got tons of them. Here's speed. We can hold that, put that there. And it didn't work. Anyway, you get the point. You can fully customize it. It's got tons of widgets in there. You got your drive chat, navigation, music, Bluetooth phone, radio, EQ, all kinds of stuff in there. You got Chrome, clocks, compasses, EQs, music, Pandora, picture, Spotify, weather app, all kinds of cool stuff in there. Well, that's pretty much it. It works. Wish I had speakers, but we'll get to that eventually. But at least for now, radio's in, everything's done except for just kind of affixing the antenna wires underneath the dash or finding a good place to put those. But otherwise, she is done and ready to go. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is I have a couple big trips planned this year, and I want to bring you along. And again, I don't want to sit there and, you know, fiddle with my phone and get in trouble by the law. Trust me, they will mess with you here. So the easiest thing to do is just to have it on the dash, right? Like a modern vehicle. So technically we brought this almost 50-year-old vehicle up to modern specifications, in a way. So I appreciate Atoto for sending this out to me and letting me use this. Big props to them. You can find all that information down in the description. There'll be links. Doesn't really help me out, but it'll definitely help you out. So I appreciate you being here. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll catch you on the next video. Until then, be kind to one another and be good.